welcome to Target Bargain Basement. Can I help you?
Yes, sir. Well, I'm here to return these Hanes underwear.
Alright, is anything wrong with them?
Well, they were bought for me for Christmas. My old lady, she thought that I looked like Stephen Baldwin wearing these. But, you see, the problem is that they hold the franks a little too close to the beans, if you know what I mean. I feel like a side dish at a barbecue.
Right. Well, let me take a look and see what I can do for you. Sir, we can't accept returns on opened underwear.
What do you mean? I didn't open these.
You expect me to believe that Hanes is shipping underwear with packaging held together by duct tape?
Well, I don't know. I thought maybe it was a new biodegradable packaging. You know, people all trying to be green and everything.
Right. Well, let's just make sure that these haven't been worn. And there's a hole in these.
Well, that's so they can breathe, see? That's why they must have put those little holes in there.
Okay, and this one has tear.
Well, you see, they're so tight that they're squeezing juice from the fruit of my looms, and I had to kind of stretch them quite a bit.
All right. I thought you said you never wore them.
Well, how else was I supposed to find out if they made me look like Stephen Baldwin?
Uh-huh. Sir, what is this?
Well, yeah, I can explain that. You see, I was down at the gas station on the way here, and, well, you see, I thought I was running quite low, you know, on oil and whatnot, so I kind of used them to, clean the dipstick.
So you were at the gas station, and the only scrap of material they had available was a pair of underwear you were planning on returning.
Look, I don't need to take this kind of abuse, accusing me of being a liar and whatnot. I'm going to take my Stephen Baldwin underpants, and I'm going to use them to patch up my shower curtain.
How may I help you today, sir?
Well, here's the story. Basically, money's been kind of tight this past Christmas. Spending a little too much green, you know, on the green. So I figure I'll start saving by growing my own food, like on a commune or some shit, right? So I'm in the store, I'm browsing, and I see this ant farm. I figure, fuck it, I'll have the ants doing the farming for me. I pick it up, put it on my windowsill, drop a peach pit down there. They got all excited and swarmed all over the shit, man, but they really didn't do any farming. I checked on it for a couple of days for about a week, and still nothing. I figured, damn, I gotta water the thing, right? Yeah, they didn't like that much, the ants. So I had to get a whole new crop of ants to do it. I checked on it for about a week. Still, nothing, man. Just dirt, sand, and ants. Looked more like Keensburg Beach than a peach plantation. And I figure, you know what? I gotta teach these guys how to farm. I picked myself up some Mexicans to teach them. Still, nothing. I don't know if the ants didn't speak Mexican or maybe that Mexicans didn't speak ant, but I give up, man.
Yeah. Well, that was interesting. All right, let me take a look at it. What's this little green bud trying to grow here?
That was another side project, didn't really work. Don't even worry about that.
Sir, as long and unfortunate as that story was, I don't think I could take this back. I mean, you don't have a receipt, you don't have a box. I'm pretty sure this is a picture frame. There's just nothing I can do.
I guess I could use this as an exercise or something, you know? Well, I gotta get out of here. I gotta bring these Mexicans back to Home Depot to get a refund on that. They didn't come in a box, so I should be cool there.
Yes, sir. How may I help you?
Yes, Sonny boy, I'm here to return this moving picture video.
May I ask what's wrong with it?
Well, I bought it for my granddaughter Lucy for Hanukkah, thinking it's a nice little children's video, and I bring it home and I put it in my Betamax, but it doesn't fit, so I try my VHS and it's just not the right shape. So then I think, oh, maybe it's one of them new shiny 45s. Put it on my record player. Oh, the record needle's destroyed. I scratch this thing up. Finally, little Lucy, the darling little angel that she is, says, Grandpa, you gotta take it home onto the DVD player at her house. So I'm like, I didn't know you had a DVD. And she's like, I got a DVD. So I take it over there and we put it in. And what I saw looked more like San Francisco during one of them, whatchamacallit, the Rainbow Pirate Parades than an educational show for children.
Huh. Right, so you were expecting Sesame Street and you got Bourbon Street.
Exactly. Oi. First of all, the host comes on. He's one of them there colored folks, and he's wearing this big, skin-tight, bright orange jumpsuit, big orange furry Russian commie hat, and big black glasses. Guy says he's a DJ, and then he does some magic. He looks like Siegfried and Roy, Liberace, and Wayne Brady all rolled up into a big ball of disappointment.
Well, come to think of it, he does look like a third-grade girl's pen.
That's right, he does. Ugh, what happened to good shows like Howdy Doody? He didn't need to dress up like a fluty Jacques Cousteau to entertain kids.
Or Mr. Rogers, all he needed was a cardigan and a change of shoes to entertain the kids.
That's right, I don't know. Well, look, then there's this guy Biz, right? He's on there and he's making these noises like he's making one of them frappuccinos or whatever. Oh, what's he doing?
Yeah, Biz Marquis. The guy that's like, girl, you got what I need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, you like
I
that?
know
Yeah,
that song. I'm very familiar with it.
yeah.
We listen to it at Temple every week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, what's he doing on a children's show?
I
I don't know,
I
right?
don't know.
Yeah, I'll tell you what he's doing! Oh, he's turning these kids' minds into mush! My granddaughter Lucy now, I ask her to count to 10, I get nothing, just a bunch of sounds like chicka, chicka, it's crazy! So, tell me, sonny boy, what are you going to do for me?
Well, you know what, sir? You make very excellent points. I don't care that you've clearly opened this DVD.
Clearly, from the plastic packaging
Right,
that's
from
still on it.
right, and you've scratched it up with a record player.
I did.
And
You should see the record player.
Right, yeah, the needle. I'm gonna let you return this.
Thank you.
I'm gonna get you your money back.
All right, just credit it back to the
Let's
card
do it.
that's in your little computer
All right.
system right here, Sonny. If you can take care of that for me, I'd appreciate it. All right, thank you very much. I'm going to head off somewhere. I'm old and tired.
How can I help you?
Thank God, you got here just in time.
What seems to be the problem?
I'm sure you've been fielding many complaints of this nature as there's something wrong with my game, and I swear I am shocked there's not yet been a recall. I bought this game to commemorate the 40th anniversary of Yankee Candle, whose candles I have burned faithfully, much to my delight and the delight of my many feline roommate companions. I remember burning Midnight Jasmine the day Mr. Jingles died. It was a touching memorial. And Lilac Blossom, I burned when I lost Topsy. But it was okay because we found her underneath my James Taylor commemorative pillow set.
I'm very sorry and nearly afraid to interrupt your diatribe, but I really have no idea what's wrong with your game.
No, I am shocked, and above all things, I am upset, mixed with a bit of disappointment and sprinkled with a little humbuggery. How could that be complaints? It's missing the pewter spiced pumpkin.
Pewter spiced pumpkin? You don't say. Just a second, I know exactly how to take care of this.
Oh, thank you. I'm waiting with bated breath.
We've got a code 8 at the returns desk. Code 8 at the returns desk. All right, do you mind if we record this for posterity?
By all means.
Well, all right. Go ahead. Please explain the issue.
Dear posterity, I'm happy to take this opportunity to explain to you the sorrow that I feel deep within my soul at this horrible, horrible travesty. As you can see here, this comes with 6 different pieces, and I only have 5. I only have 5, and Mr. Tibbins, he had it in his heart to play the pewter spice pumpkin, and he was so upset. He was devastated to find out that we didn't have it. I mean, Spotsy had vanilla lime, but no spice pumpkin for Mr. Tibbins. Do you have children, sir? Do you have children? Because have you ever had to console a crying child? It was my children. They are my children. And I've opened 7 copies of this game in this store, and none of them have a single pewter spice pumpkin. There is not a single one to be found, and I can only assume that somebody has been breaking into the factory and they've been stealing it. And what kind of heinous bastard? What kind of heinous bastard would commit such a crime of collectible pewter theft? Oh, it's horrible. And I called the Parker brothers, and they said they had even heard of the game. I mean, obviously it's a cover because I'm holding it in my hands, like right here. So, Now I stand here, prostrate before you, a broken, fallen woman, shell person. And I ask nay, I beg. What are you going to do?
We're gonna post this on YouTube. We're gonna get 1 million hits.
What's up, everybody? It's Mike, coming to you from Asbury Park, where I'm going to check in on local spray paint and stencil artist Doug Z. He's featured all around town and does great work. Let's see what he's got for us today.
Hey Doug, how are you?
Good, good.
Very cool, very cool. So is this the infamous studio?
This is the infamous studio for now. I normally work outside, but it's a little Arctic out, being it's February and all.
Nice, nice. So what do you got going this week in the studio?
This week, I just wrapped up some cover artwork for a local artist, musician, Stringbean, and his band, The Stalkers. I did the front album cover, the inside album art, and the back album cover. Some books I'm working on, that's like a little collection. It's a run of 10 smaller stencils, and then one that I'm doing for Valentine's Day. I'm doing a run of 5 paintings of those, and that stencil took a while to do, so
Oh, awesome,
should
awesome.
be interesting to check out. So.
Well, we'd love for our audience to be able to see you, fully go through the process of your painting. Is that okay if we use this stencil over here to just go right with it?
Absolutely.
All right, awesome. Let's get to it.
Cool.
Well, how would you describe your art for someone who's not really familiar with stenciling and spray painting?
There's a process to it. It's kind of like, I kind of relate it to graffiti meets screen printing, layers and spray paint mixed together kind of thing. That's the basic, easiest way to explain it.
And about how long does it take for you to set up one of these stencils?
Anywhere from 1 hour to a couple days, depending upon the layers and intricacy of the stencils. Pretty much everyone and everything around me keeps me inspired. I just, I'm inspired by everyday life and just the people that I'm surrounded by.
Nice. So what was the first thing that you actually painted that made you really step back and say, wow, I want to do this for the rest of my life?
There was never really just one thing for me. It's just been a gradual flow that I've always just somehow gone with. And it's never been a choice, never been a doubt about it in my mind. Just always felt like the right thing to do. So it's never been one thing, just a series of events.
Nice. At what age would you say that you started painting?
In grammar school, started painting.
Nice.
And getting more and more into it as time went on.
So I have to ask you, why Asbury Park? I mean, what about this town inspires you, not only as a person, but as an artist?
Well, I grew up a couple towns away, and I've always been drawn here, and I've always done shows here, and then it just so happens that I had a chance to move here and work here. So it was just, like I said, natural flow. I just got led here, and this is where I'm at, so.
Nice, nice, very cool. So, I mean, do you have any other interests that stem not only for, your love of the arts, but from Asbury Park? Any interests that also stem for this area?
Yeah, a lot of my interests stem from this area, but a lot that stem from art or music, playing in bands here and there, reading, writing. I write occasionally for the Tri-City News and, for my own pleasure and whatever else, but pretty much it. Everything that I do stems from art in some way or shape or form.
So how can everyone come and see your work? Do you have anything that's upcoming, any events or anything like that?
I'm trying to keep the events page on my site up to par,
Okay.
so that way that people can check out what I'm doing there, or at Beckman's AP on Bangs Avenue.
Cool.
I always have new stuff going up like every couple weeks or whatever, and people who can check in there, DougZArt.com.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Doug. It's been a great day.
Thank you.